Back, Mikey, in the building in a bad freaking day or this morning for me. It's early, but we got to get it in. I said the resolution for this year is talk about what I love, real estate, NBA. Got to get to it, man. I really have a love for this thing, so I'm going to do it because I have fun doing it. But it's now a time to talk about a boy. Yes, sir. Porter Jr. out of Washington area. The boy is a star-studded handler. He is part of the step back all-star team. The guy is reminiscent, not as far as handling style, but just the way that he moves, the smoothness of a Jamal Crawford. Funny, that is one of his mentors. That said, Porter Jr., you got a problem with the attitude. I went over the hood talk before. I know I'm a very small channel, but I hope something reaches out to him so he understands the state of the NBA and the emotions that he has is going to get him out of the league. Right now, with all the coaching that we see, the drills, everything that they've shown on the YouTube era of basketball, where kids can learn on their own, Kevin Porter Jr. is going to have a problem. These kids can copy what you do in 3 or 4 years. No matter how athletic you think you are or how special you think you are, somebody can mimic. I'm not going to say they're going to be exactly the same. Like, there ain't going to be no Michael Jordan, but there was a Kobe Bryant. Let's be honest, folks. Kevin, your attitude is going to get you out of the league. You're not that special. You're getting paid millions of dollars, my man. Brother, millions of dollars. I know the attitude is going to be the hood mentality, oh, well, I don't give a shit. No one's going to treat me the way, the way I'm a man. You can't talk to me a certain way. Sir, it's basketball. Get the money. No one wants to work the 9-to-5 life. I'm doing it. A lot of folks that are watching you doing it. This is a privilege. It really is. Until you start your own. And you could probably do that. Everybody had to work for somebody, right? Everybody, want to go on drug dealing. Escobar worked for somebody at some point and then moved his way up. But you got to work for somebody first. And right now, Paul Silas, or Mr. Silas, Steven Silas is the coach. And you got to listen to him. The word on the street is Kevin Porter Jr. got a little bit of reprimand from assistant coach John Lucas II. That's interesting. That's good. He's saying, hey, you're not playing hard enough. He also talked to Christian Wood. But then Christian Wood, stay calm. But look what Porter did. But it was Porter who lost his temper. He threw an object and left the arena from there. All right. After saying, call Mr. John Lucas made a comment. Okay, the Rockets stated that Porter was questionable return in the second half due to a thigh injury, but it was the outburst and his decision to leave the arena that were truly responsible for his absence. Okay, Rockets head coach Steve Silas did not mention Porter specifically after the game, but acknowledged that halftime was heated in the locker room. These things happen. Frustration happens. I'm not going to get into the family household. I'm not going to get into. Let me tell you this. I do watch a guy named Kevin Samuels. Okay, I think in the black community, there's a lot of Kevin Samuels folks that are white. I would check him out. He's interesting, man. He tries to give a different dynamic of the family household. The same thing holds true to white households, Asian, Indian. I don't want to go there because it's a basketball channel. But anyway, I believe Kevin Porter is from a single family parent household. And sometimes you learn the attributes of, and it depends on the dynamic of your parents. But you get those attributes in yourself and you're not able to control yourself. A mother by herself raising a lot of kids or a couple kids, even one kid is very stressful. And emotions do get a hold of some people. So that said, looks like that background has definitely forward on to him. And now he needs to really work on himself, okay, to try to get those emotions under control, take criticism, and move forward. I love the kid. I love his style, I love his play. I was going to mention this summer he needs to be going on a 3-point hunt, shooting with his. I think Matthews was the guy that came in for him and was doing so well. He needs to live with that guy. If he can become a consistent 3-point shooter with that handle, the sky is the limit for Kevin Porter Jr. You're definitely looking at a James Harden-esque like career if he can continue his trajectory, but he's going to have to put a lot of work in the summer. A lot. That said, this is the second incident, okay, that's been put out there. He's kind of remind me of Latrell Sprewell without the choking. I mean, honestly, he's getting there. He's getting that Latrell Sprewell. If he gets in any more trouble, it's not reprimanded. Somebody doesn't pull him aside and let him know, hey, you were just kicked off for marijuana and speeding, right? I talked about that situation. Kevin Porter Jr., my man, I mean, it's going to be hello, Shanghai, how are you? I mean, they will send you to China, bro. All right? You'll be in Europe somewhere. They don't care. You're replaceable. That's one thing I learned in life as I got older. There's nobody that's not replaceable, okay? I'm not saying they're going to get the same thing back, but no one. I mean, maybe LeBron James. I mean, but there's really probably a handful of guys that are unreplaceable that they'll turn their head to. Okay, you're not one of those yet. You got to prove yourself to become one of those. You got to get in the playoffs. You got to reach a championship. You got to win a championship. If you're in last place, bro, no matter how good you are, it's not showing through, man. I mean, I'm not saying you're not last place. It's not showing through. You're not winning. That said, I love the kid. I had to do this because he's one of my favorites. And I like his style of play. I love the handlers, especially tall handlers. He's special to me. Needs to get the attitude in check. I don't know if he has kids. Maybe that would help him. Needs to become a father, I think. Maybe we'll help him out with the right woman and get himself situated. Personal talk here. I hate to do that, with this NBA, but I gotta go there, man. I gotta go there because it is affecting the style of play or his future as a player in the NBA, and I would hate to see him go. I'm going to sign off here. Your boy, Mikey Step Back. I'm going to shut my mouth now. Shout out to Kevin Porter Jr., man. Let's get things right, bro. You know, people that have been locked up and all that would die for this opportunity, you need to look at that as that, man. Peace out. I'm gone. The God. Yes, sir. Mikey B. Peace.